Hey everybody, I am your host. I am Professor Khalil Amani, and this is Khalil Amani's World 100. That's right. Back off an exciting weekend, or exciting week. Just rounded up my 2 weeks. 2 weeks back at work. Got a full paycheck coming next Friday. Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. We're here today to talk our talk in my beautiful and spacious office. But as some of you all know, during the week, I do a series called Vehicle Violations on my way to work as I drive to work, where I address the fuck shit that Israel Doctrine and his trout mouth queen be talking about, a little 25-minute, 30-minute, conversation to keep you entertained until I can get to really what I want to do. I don't have to wait till the weekend, but time I get home, I just be like, I'm chilling. But on Saturdays, on Fridays, on Sundays and Mondays, I'm off and I can sit down and really concentrate. We want to talk about Israel Doctrine today. We want to talk about them. We want to talk about the hypocrite Hananiah and how he obliterated Israel Doctrine's Tupac conversation, how he obliterated Israel Struggle Doctrine's Aries conversation. And we're going to go into the hypocrisy of Hananiah himself. That's right. Based on the video they did this Sunday morning, February the 1st. I had a chance to listen to the whole 1 hour and 30 minutes of it as I prepared, got in the shower, took my meds, brushed my teeth, put my clothes on, had a bowl of cereal, talked to the wife. I had my headphones on and I allowed it to play, and I heard a lot of craziness. So we're going to talk about it. I actually was going to do a video addressing women in the Bible, but we'll get to it. But what we want to do right now is show you Hananiah's hypocrisy and how he obliterates and annihilates and destroys Israel Doctrine's Tupac Shakur conversation, and how Hananiah destroyed Israel Doctrine's Aries conversation. He obliterates it. He makes Israel Doctrine go on to some other shit. We're going to get there. They over there talking about when they were on Captain Tazariak and Captain Katazar's YouTube program, Cross the Line, where they got kicked off. You can phrase it how you want to, but as soon as Israel Struggle Doctrine heard that someone was going to put up a $10 cash app because the nigga was so boring, they beat it out of there. So they got kicked off. They allowed, Israel Doctrine, he allowed Captain Tazariak's words to make him leave because he didn't want to be embarrassed by seeing a $10 cash app because he was so boring. So you can slice it and dice it any way you want to. But y'all was booted off the show. You were booted off the show. I said Captain Tazariak and Captain Katazar. They kicked that boring ass nigga, Israel Doctrine, and his sycophant reader Hananiah off the show. I said you can slice it and dice it any way you want to. But the bottom line is they were on their way out. They were about to receive the big Hebrew Israelite boot. And when Israel Doctrine heard that Captain Tazariak said if he gets a $10 cash app, because Israel Doctrine was boring, he was going to boot him off the show. And that statement alone caused Israel Doctrine to flee. To flee like Hagar into the wilderness from Abraham. To flee like Satan from Jesus on a high mountain. So they got kicked off the show. Slice it and dice it and play with words any way you want. But it was the Cash App commentary that made Israel Doctrine get the fuck off the show. Because that would have been too embarrassing. So they did kick you off the show. By their words. They made you flee, nigga. But they were over there talking about what they did. I mean, this past week, Israel Doctrine caught a big L taking his black ass over there to Captain Tazariak and Captain Katazar's Cross the Line channel. That was a big L, my nigga. That was a fail. That's a big F, a fail. That was a big law. Hold that L, my nigga. Why are you still talking about it? This is your second or third video talking about what happened over there on Cross the Line. You got bitched out. You got punked. They punked you. They told you to talk with your chest out. Scream out West Side. You got a Tupac shirt on. And you was speaking like a church mouse. All of a sudden you humble as fuck. They marked you out, as my comrade and brother WAC 100 would say. They marked you out, Israel Doctrine. When a gang member says you got marked out, it means you got bitched up. You got punked out. They pulled your whole card. Captain Katazar especially, the one they call the white boy. That white boy pulled Israel Doctrine's whole card. He said, speak up, nigga. You got on a Tupac shirt. Speak up, nigga. Tiptoe. He said, you tiptoeing. Tiptoeing in my Air Force Ones, he said. He told Israel Doctrine, nigga, you tiptoeing in your Air Force Ones or Nikes or some shit like that. You're tiptoeing in your sneakers. Captain Katazar was disrespectful as fuck. And Israel Doctrine had nothing but trying to be meek. Even when Israel Doctrine said, I'm just trying to be humble. Captain Katazar shot back. He retorted in an instant, you can get humbled. Turn the music off. I said Captain Katazar was in rare form that night. Everything Israel Doctrine tried to say, he was only on the air for about 5 minutes before he ran like a bitch, before he got kicked off by the thought of a $10 cash app because he was boring as fuck. He got the fuck off of there. Come on, Hananiah, let's go. They booked up. They got out of there. Yes, they did. They got out of there. Captain Katazar and Captain Tazariak's words made Israel Doctrine flee. So they kicked him off. Told that nigga bye. Told that nigga, I mean that Captain Katazar, he had a clap back for everything Israel Doctrine said. Nigga, speak up. Stop tiptoeing in your Air Force Ones. I'm tiptoeing in my Air Force Ones. Captain Tazariak, when he found out that Israel Doctrine had a reader, because the bitch nigga can't read, he had a reader who's gonna read for him. Captain Tazariak thought that was some weirdo shit. Nigga, we ain't like doing no formal debate, or the fuck do you need a reader for? Oh, that's right. He reads on a 2nd grade level. Israel Doctrine. But it was an L, nigga. Nothing about you being over there. Nothing about you being over there made you win. Even your doctrine of 2 baptisms. They cleaned your clock in an instance when Captain Azariah quoted Ephesians 4 and said, one Jesus, one Lord, and one baptism. One baptism, not two baptisms, one baptism. That cleaned your clock. Grand opening, grand closing. You just got embarrassed, nigga. Is that why you over there doing 2 and 3 videos about the 5 minutes you were on Captain Azariah? Are you trying to clean up that funk? Nigga, that shit still smells. Pew-wee, it smells. Only you and your sycophant Hananiah think that you had a good accounting of yourself on Cross the Line. Everybody who watched it, everybody, says you got embarrassed. Captain Azariah embarrassed you with scripture. Captain Katasa embarrassed you with his sharp wit, humor, his sharp tongue. He bitchified you, nigga. That's all he did. You can't find nobody outside of Hananiah that thinks that you had a good showing, a good accounting of yourself on Cross the Line Radio. Nobody thinks so, just the two of you. And the two of you don't count. So that's that. Now let's get into the video they did on this Sunday, February the 1st, 2026. Oh, my name came up. My name came up several times. Hananiah called himself trying to give me some wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, trying to rebuke me, trying to straighten me out. We're going to talk about all of that. But let's start out with the first wrong thing they said that it's small, but I want to point it out. The first lie that they told, not the first, but the first I'm going to talk about, is actually near the end of the video. When Israel Doctrine is talking about him and Captain Azariah talking about Adam's first wife, and you're going to hear it, I got all the video here. You're going to hear Israel Doctrine ask Hananiah about Adam's first wife. Now, if you think that Eve, Eve, if you think that Eve was Adam's first wife, well, then you're just a victim of only reading your King James Bible or your NIV or your RSV Bible. You're just a victim. But Eve was not Adam's first wife. According to the mythology, according to the ancient Jewish legends and stories and folk tales, before the Bible became a canonized book, before the Old Testament became canonized at the Council of Jamnia in 90 AD or CE, there were lots of books floating around, lots of stories told amongst the Hebrews, the Jews, and the Israelites. And so there is a story that's told amongst the ancient Israelites that involves Adam's first wife, and it was not Eve again. You're going to hear Israel Doctrine mention Adam's first wife incorrectly. You're going to hear Hananiah mention Adam's first wife incorrectly. Let me get the book so I can show it to you. And so Israel Doctrine asked Hananiah, because he can't quite think of the name of Adam's first wife, according to mythology, as he says. And Hananiah says it was Judith. And Israel Doctrine seconds that name, that Adam's first wife was named Judith. It was not. Adam's first wife was named Lilith. But let's just hear them give out some biblical misinformation. Let's go.
Me and Captain Azariah talked about Adam's first wife, Eve, from what I say. But he deal with mythology and mythology books. He said, what's that girl that was in that vampire? Judith or something? Yeah, Judith. Yeah, that her. He started talking about her.
So he can't remember the name of Adam's first wife. And his sycophant, brown-nosing reader, Hananiah, pipes up and says Adam's first wife was named Judith. Judith. And then Israel Doctrine co-signs him by saying, yeah, that's right, Judith. Let's hear it one more again. It was not Judith. It was not Judith. Adam's first wife was Lilith. We'll get to that in a minute. But listen to it one more time.
Adam's first wife, Eve, from what I say. But he deal with mythology and mythology books. He said, what's that girl that was in that vampire? Judith or something? Yeah, Judith. Yeah, that her. He started talking about her.
So they both think that Adam's first wife was named Judith. So that's a bit of misinformation. So let me just show you the truth. Niggas who think they know the Bible. Let me show you. I didn't have it pulled up, but I did pull out the book. Judith. He says, Judith. Fratricide king. Okay. Let me show you who Adam's first wife was. The birth of Cain. Okay, let's see. I should have had it, but I just thought about it as I was talking about this here. Paradise. We're close to it. Here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. So, as you heard 2 times that Hananiah and Israel Struggle Doctrine claims that Adam's first wife was named Judith. Well, here's the truth right here. We're reading from a book. It's called Hebrew Myths, the book of Genesis. It tells you who Adam's first wife was. See right here, Adam's helpmeets. Notice there's an S on the end because Adam had more than one wife at 2 different times. It doesn't say helpmeet. Helpmeet is singular. Helpmeets is plural, meaning there was somebody who precedes, who comes before Eve. But her name was not Judith. Her name was not Judith. Here it is right here. God then formed Lilith, the first woman, just as he had formed Adam. Got it? So they are damnable liars to call the first wife of Adam Judith. It was Lilith that was the first woman and the first wife that God had formed just like Adam. See? Here it is down here. Adam and Lilith, that's his first wife, not Judith. Adam and Lilith never found peace together, for when he, Adam, wished to lie with her, she took offense at the recumbent posture. In other words, to be recumbent means to lay on your back and let a man get on top, missionary style. But Lilith, they never found peace together, because when Adam wished to lie with Lilith, she got mad. She took offense at the recumbent posture he, Adam, demanded. And this woman, Lilith, says, "Why must I lie beneath you?" She asks. "I also was made from dust, and am therefore your equal. See? She was the equal. Lilith was not made from the rib of Adam like the second wife named Eve was made from the rib of Adam. Lilith was made from the same dust. She was formed, see, the first woman. God formed Lilith just as he had formed Adam. So Lilith was the equal of Adam. Lilith was not a byproduct of the rib of Adam. Lilith was born and created and formed at the very exact time that Adam was formed and created. She was his equal. So when it was time for sex, Adam demanded and wished for her to lie. He wished to have sex for her, but Adam wanted her to take the recumbent position, meaning to be on the bottom, to lie down. And he demanded that. And Lilith said, "Why must I lie beneath you?" she asked. And she reminded the bitch nigga Adam, "I also was made out of dust." Okay, that's all I want to show you. I don't want to get all into the story of it, but I just want to show you that niggas be talking and act like they know what they talking about and don't be talking about. So when you hear this bullshit, one more time, when you hear them say Judith, you know they don't know what they talking about. They don't know what they talking about. They don't know what they talking about.
HUPK channel right there across the line. We done spoke plenty of times. You won't see none of my videos up there because I done correct them numerous of times. Me and Captain Tazari have talked about Adam's first wife, Eve, from what I say. But he deal with mythology and mythology books. He said, what's that girl that was in that vampire?
Judith or something?
Yeah, Judith. Yeah, that her. He started talking about her when Nepal crazy lunatic self was talking crazy and talking about little whatever Judas or whatever her name and stuff.
See, he almost said Lily. He said Lily. He knew that Judith wasn't the name. He almost corrected himself. He said Lily Judith. Her name was Lilith. Okay, so we got it away. Just showing you that I'm just showing that these two so-called Bible teachers, they give out incorrect information. Adam's first wife was named Lilith. Adam's second wife was named Judith. But this bitch nigga Israel doctrine, he thinks that the Lilith story is mythology. He doesn't understand that all of it is mythology. The Eve story is mythology. But that shows you the level of brainwashing that some people are when it comes to the Bible, the King James Bible, the 66 books of the Protestant Bible. They think that whatever's in the regular Bible, that's not mythology. What the bitch niggas don't understand is that stories like Lilith are simply stories that were older than the Eve story that simply did not make the Bible. When the compilers of the Old Testament got together in 90 AD in the city of Jamnia, they omitted the story of Lilith. They had to make it, cohesive and cogent. All of it was mythology. Not just the Lilith. The Eve was mythology too. But at some point, the people who put the Bible together had to pick and choose stories to not complicate things. So Adam's first wife was simply left out. Truth be told, even before Adam's first wife, the ancient stories from the Jews, from the Hebrews, from the Israelites say that Adam was having sex with the animals. They couldn't put that kind of shit in the Bible. I said the earliest stories of Adam, he was fucking sheeps and dogs and cats and goats and llamas and alpacas, wolves and coyotes. Adam was sticking his ding-a-ling. Adam was into bestiality. You don't know that? Don't let me pull it out. This ain't where I meant to go, but I'm going off the dome. I said before Adam even had a first wife, Lilith, the nigga was fucking animals. The nigga was fucking animals. You want to read that? You didn't know that Adam was fucking animals before he started fucking humans? It's right there in that same part of the same mythology of the ancient Israelites. See right here? Some say that God created man and woman in his own image on the sixth day, giving them charge over the world. But that Eve did not yet exist. See? Now, God had set Adam to name every beast, bird, and other living thing. When they passed before him in pairs, male and female, excuse me, male and female, Adam, being already like a 20-year-old man, felt jealous of their loves. And though he tried coupling with each female, that's euphemistic language, that's nice language for saying, although Adam tried fucking having sex with each female in turn, found no satisfaction in the sex act. He therefore cried, every creature but I has a proper mate, but prayed God would remedy this injustice. Okay? God then formed Lilith, not Eve. So before Adam starts fucking Lilith, the first wife, the first woman, he tried coupling, he tried screwing, he tried sexing, he tried fucking with each female in turn. But he found no satisfaction in the act of sex. Because after sex, he couldn't talk and cuddle and kiss, lay beside the woman. They were animals. They got up and ran away. So I just wanted to show you that. Because niggas like Israel Doctrine, it's his contention. It's his contention that if it's not in the Bible, it's just mythology. He doesn't even recognize that all of it is mythology. The Adam and Eve Genesis story is mythology. The Jews, the Israelites, the Hebrews, they simply put together the best of what they had, of all the stories they had, and they came up with the Genesis version. It's no better than what you just read. They simply chose what they thought would be the best representation of their worldview and how shit started. That's all. They left out the bestiality of Adam. They left out the very first wife of Adam, Lilith, not Judith, as these two bum-ass niggas say. All right, we're going to go past that. We got that out the way. Let's talk about, you know how Israel Doctrine loves to let us know he's an Aries. You see, Israel Doctrine, as I've been saying, he's steeped, he's mired down in a cesspool of paganism and don't even know it. The very fact that he's into astrology, you know, horoscope signs, that's part of what God doesn't like. But Israel Doctrine says, fuck God on this particular issue. I'm a proud Aries. And this is what Aries represent. And I did this and I became this. The man I am is because I'm an Aries. He accredits everything that he is, his whole psyche and demeanor. Everything that Israel doctrine stands for, he points back to being born in the month of April around the 17th and being an Aries. What a weirdo way to frame one's life. But Hananiah was right on par. Hananiah scorched Israel doctrine on his Aries rhetoric. You're going to hear it. Hananiah's set the record straight about who Israel doctrine is. And Hananiah tells us, rightly so, that whoever the fuck you are, Israel struggle doctrine, ain't got shit to do with your horoscope, ain't got shit to do with you being Aries. So let's listen to Israel doctrine boastfully talk about him being an Aries, and let's listen to Hananiah obliterate that conversation. I mean, he obliterates it. Let's go to the 52:45 mark where Hananiah straightens Israel doctrine. Now he straightens them out talking that stupid shit. Let's go.
I said, which was kind of, you wanted to correct it, but like I said, I speak and I speak very directly in what I do. I'm an Aries because I do that a lot. If people don't recognize it, I say exactly what it is, and people take it.
I mean, I feel like, and I hate to cut you off, but I was just gonna say that you Carl Davis, and you a unique person. It'll never be another you on this planet, just like there'll never be another Khalil Amani, another me, or whoever. You know, people always say I can get another you in a minute. Now, when the Most High made each and every one of us, he threw away that mold for each and every one of us. Why? Because ain't no such thing as reincarnation. Ain't no such thing as coming back multiple times and multiple times and multiple times a day. No, you either, this is the ground that we gonna prove. This is the proving ground, and then that what the Most High gonna give you in the end is what you deserve.
I said I was a Tupac disciple. He said, "You're not a Tupac disciple. You're a Christ disciple." What did I say? The only reason I picked up the Bible was because of Tupac.
Yeah, but it might have just, see, that's the thing, is that the Most High has always given us light to try to bring us, dimmer lights to try to bring us to his marvelous light. To try to just get us there, to come to him. So when I look at the fact that you may say I'm an Aries, nah, brother, that's because your spirit, that's you. It's other people born the same day ain't got that same fiery spirit. That was just you from your experiences, everything you've been through, how you was raised. Somebody else that was born that same day, maybe even close to where you live. Go ahead.
He watered the seed.
See how Hananiah scorches this ideal of being an Aries. His horoscope makes him who he is. Makes him who he is. You see how Hananiah told him, nah, nigga, it ain't had nothing to do with you being an Aries. Who you are got nothing to do with you being an Aries. Let's back it up and let Hananiah go in and say that shit again.
Carl Davis. And hip-hop music I was into was what?
And I speak very...
Let me find it.
Money, another me, or whoever. Carl Davis.
There we go, right there. Move just a tad.
But I was just gonna say that you Carl Davis, and you a unique person. It'll never be another you on this planet, just like there'll never be another Khalil Amani, another me, or whoever. You know, people always say I can get another you in a minute. Now
he's going to talk about. Now he's going to attack Israel doctrine for saying I'm an Aries and this is who I am, and because I'm an Aries, I'm this kind of person, and my personality and my mentality, because I'm an Aries. Watch Hananiah destroy his Aries conversation real quick. He's gonna obliterate it.
When the Most High made each and every one of us, he threw away that mold for each and every one of us. Why? Because ain't no such thing as reincarnation. Ain't no such thing as coming.
He's talking about reincarnation. I'm not so sure I agree with him. Maybe there is reincarnation. He said there's no such thing. We don't know that. Maybe there is. But let's go past the reincarnation. Let's get to the Aries conversation.
Back multiple times and multiple times and multiple times a day. No, this is.
So I don't agree with that. I don't really have a stance on reincarnation.
This is the ground that we gonna prove. This is the proving ground, and then what the Most High gonna give you.
Okay, now he gets to the Aries.
In the end, is what you deserve.
I said I was a Tupac disciple.
Oh, let's go past the Tupac.
He said, "You're not a Tupac disciple. You're a Christ disciple." What did I say? The only reason I picked up the Bible was because of Tupac.
Yeah, but it might.
Now here goes the Aries conversation. Watch Hananiah destroy all. Israel doctrine loves to talk about being an Aries. Watch his man destroy the Aries conversation.
See, that's the thing, is that the Most High has always given us light to try to bring us dimmer lights, to try to bring us to his marvelous light, to try to just get us there, to come to him. So when I look at the fact that you may say I'm an Aries, nah, brother, that's because your spirit.
See, you may say you're Aries, but nah, brother, that's because your spirit. Motherfuck your Aries sign is what this guy is saying. This is what I want to get to. Nah, nigga, forget that you're an Aries. Ain't got nothing to do with that. Let's go talk about it, Hananiah.
Spirit, that was just you, from your experiences, everything you've been through, how you was raised. Somebody else that was born that same day, maybe even close to where you live.
He watered.
Go ahead.
He watered the seed. I was born.
I didn't pass it up.
Giving us. When I look at the fact that you may say I'm an Aries, nah, brother, that's because your spirit, that's you. It's other people born the same day ain't got that same fiery spirit. That was just you, from your experiences, everything you've been through, how you was raised. Somebody else that was born that same day, maybe even close to where you live.
He watered.
Go ahead.
He watered the seed.
There it is.
I was born in Chicago.
So there it is. He destroys that conversation. This ideal that your zodiac sign has any bearing on who you are as a person is pure bullshit. I'm a Taurus. Am I bullheaded and stubborn? I don't believe I am. No, I'm not bullheaded and stubborn. It's all make-believe. So kudos to Hananiah for straightening him out on the Aries horoscope conversation, which is part of witchcraft, which is also part of soothsaying and all the stuff that God doesn't like. It's all part of the paganism horoscope world. But Hananiah, at 45 years old, a few years younger than Israel doctrine, has more knowledge and understanding about horoscopes than and the human mind than Israel doctrine. That was beautiful. Again, I don't really agree with him on the coming back. What do you call that? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't take a position on that. But Hananiah absolutely scorched Israel doctrine for claiming that everything he's about is because he's an Aries. Yeah. Now let's go on and watch Hananiah scorch Israel doctrine for claiming he's a Tupac. You know, a Tupac fan, you know. He picked up the Bible. Israel doctrine likes to say that he picked up the Bible because of Tupac Shakur. Watch again as Hananiah lets him know Tupac ain't shit. He says Tupac can't save you, Martin Luther King can't save you, and Malcolm X can't save you. I mean, Hananiah is, for some reason, he's actually bucking against Israel doctrine. It's beautiful. Because you know when Israel doctrine was on Cross the Line the other night, he had on his Tupac shirt. Tupac. He says he only started reading the Bible because of Tupac. But watch his reader, his sycophant Hananiah, buck up against that and say Tupac can't save you. Oh, this is good stuff. And when Hananiah diss and dogs out Tupac and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X as not being saviors, you know what Israel doctrine does? He starts giggling and basically wants to change the subject and go back to listening to the video that they are listening to. At the very end, you hear him go, let's go back to the video. Because he's embarrassed because Hananiah is obliterating and scorching and destroying any notion that Tupac has any relevancy on his salvation. Watch this here. This is good stuff here. Go to the 1 minute and 30 mark. 1 minute. That's good enough. Here we go.
Discipleship. I went back to my Tupac stuff. People that be sitting around listening. Somebody in the chat.
And the only reason why the Tupac stuff wasn't no good because Tupac can't save nobody. Neither could Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. Only person who can save somebody is Christ. John couldn't save nobody, and John was the servant of Christ. So when John said, you got to do something, you got to know that Christ put it in it. So every prophet in this book that was doing something for the Lord, they wasn't doing it of their own volition. They was doing it because the Most High required it of them.
Well, let's get back to the video.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You see how he said, well, let's get back to the video. I mean, this guy, Hananiah, scorched him for bringing up Tupac Shakur as some salvific ideal of salvation. Go back. I want y'all to catch that. Look at Hananiah. Boy, look at Hananiah. I'm gonna go back a little bit first and let it ride into him talking about he's a Tupac. Tupac is the reason why I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Tupac is the reason why I'm an Israelite. Tupac is the reason why I started reading the Bible. Hananiah gonna come behind that and basically say fuck Tupac along with fuck Malcolm and Martin too. But he showed what the hell have I done?
And then into the kingdom.
He sure gets them right. Oh, he tightens Israel. He tightens Israel doctrine up so bad that Israel doctrine wants to change the subject and go back to listening to the video of the show he was on. Oh, he's embarrassed.
Let's know how to repent. They're gonna have to do to you what he got to do to you. It's gonna be pretty because you've been sitting around compiling singing instead of repenting and walking in the new man.
Yep. And it's not going to, and we're not saying that it's going to be easy.
I'm at the wrong spot. I'm like, wait a minute, come on. Let's walk into it.
Because I went back to my first discipleship. I went back to my Tupac stuff. People that be sitting around listening.
See, Israel doctrine, he wants to give Tupac the credit for him being, into the Bible. He said, I went back to my first discipleship. He claims he was a disciple. I said, Israel doctrine claims he was a disciple of the late, great Tupac Shakur. See, I still got his CD, one of them. I went back to my first discipleship when I was a student and disciple of Tupac Shakur. He's putting Tupac Shakur on a religious and spiritual level. He's putting Tupac on a messianic, on a Messiah, on an anointed one, on a Christ level. And you're going to hear Hananiah wants no part of trying to make Tupac Shakur a savior type. He's going to say it. Just backing up just a tad. Watch Hananiah scorch him for saying that shit.
Their actions did adjust me because I went back to my first discipleship. I went back to my Tupac stuff. People that be sitting around listening. Somebody in the chat.
Now, somebody's in the chat messing with him. Now watch Hananiah come back and scorch and obliterate Israel Doctrine for claiming that his first discipleship was under Tupac Shakur. Like Tupac Shakur was some kind of hip-hop Jesus, hip-hop Christ, hip-hop Mashiach, hip-hop anointed one, hip-hop Messiah. Watch Hananiah jump all over that shit.
And the only reason why the Tupac stuff wasn't no good because Tupac can't save nobody. Neither could Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. Only person who can save somebody is Christ. John couldn't save nobody, and John was the servant of Christ. So when John said, you got to do something, you got to know that Christ put it in it. So every prophet in this book that was doing something for the Lord, they wasn't doing it of their own volition. They was doing it because the Most High required it of them.
Well, let's get back to the video.
See, he's embarrassed. Did you hear after that wonderful soliloquy, after that wonderful colloquy, after that wonderful rant by Hananiah, that Tupac and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X were no messiahs? They couldn't save nobody. What did this bitch ass nigga Israel Doctrine do? Instead of bowing down and saying, you're right, he felt threatened. His conversation was violated by Hananiah, and all he could do was laugh and said, well, let's get back to the video conversation. Play that one more time and we'll move on for that. We'll move on from that. Let's play that one more time.
They'll be sitting around listening. Somebody in the chat.
And the only reason why the Tupac stuff wasn't no good because Tupac can't save nobody.
Tupac can't save nobody.
Neither could Martin Luther King or Malcolm X.
Neither could Martin Luther King or Malcolm X save anybody.
Only person who could save somebody is Christ. John couldn't save nobody, and John was the servant of Christ. So when John said, you got to do something, you got to know that Christ put it in it. So every prophet in this book that was doing something for the Lord, they wasn't doing it of their own volition.
Scorched. What a wonderful piece of information that the student, that Hananiah gave to Israel Doctrine. Now Israel Doctrine is so embarrassed. He's so fucking embarrassed. He doesn't want to acknowledge, I said Israel Doctrine doesn't want to acknowledge that he's wrong by invoking the name of Tupac as some salvific figure. He don't want to admit that he's wrong. All he wants to do now is change the subject. And so in his embarrassment, you hear him chuckle and laugh, skinning and grinning and jeffing, and then says, let's get back to the video. Here it comes. Here is Israel Doctrine's response to being told that Tupac ain't no savior.
They was doing it because the Most High required it of them.
Well, let's get back to the video.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See? He don't want to acknowledge that Hananiah just spoke truth. He don't want to acknowledge that Hananiah just spit fire. He don't want to acknowledge that Hananiah spit some hot lava on his bitch ass. See, when Israel Doctrine is wrong, he wants to change the subject. When Israel Doctrine is wrong, he starts chuckling and skinning and grinning and shucking and jiving, doing a 2-foot shuffle and shit. Let's get back to the video. Hananiah being weak, he lets him off the hook. If I was Hananiah, I would make Israel Doctrine acknowledge. I would make Israel Doctrine acknowledge that Tupac ain't no goddamn savior. I want to point that out. I want to point that out. Now, let's go to Israel Doctrine calling all Hebrew Israelites B.A.N. I should have wrote that down. You're going to hear Israel Doctrine use the words, use the letters B.A.N. Okay? I want to make a point about how Israel doctrine talks bad about Hebrew Israelites, because we're going to get to the point where this guy is going to address me. So let's go to 5805. Let's go to that mark. I'm just destroying this video. Listen to this conversation. I said you're gonna hear Israel doctrine use this phrase, these three letters here. B.A.N. B.A.N. stands for bitch ass nigga. Okay? Let's go.
Think that they B.A.N. I say this. I think that they was repping the word wrong. And that, look, let's
all Hebrew Israelites is B.A.N. to me.
So Israel doctrine, they're talking about B.A.Ns. They're talking about B.A.Ns or bitch ass niggas, okay? As you heard Hananiah, he don't believe that all Hebrew Israelites are bitch ass niggas. But he's laughing and skinning and grinning along with Israel doctrine. But then Israel doctrine, he comes up and says, all Hebrew Israelites are B.A.Ns. I'm making a point here, 58.
That's my brother's opinion. Well,
Let's go back a little bit more.
No, like, brother, you repping them all time.
That's how I'm looking at them right now. Breast implants and booty implants and all that. Long hair and all of that. I mean, they had it, they look about themselves, and then they acting like that. See, me, I say they B.A.N. They B.A.N. B.A.N. It stands for something. Just use your.
Oh, I know. I already know.
I know. I'm talking to the people in general. Remember, that's us. We got two people in the room listening. I'm talking to them. So B.A.N.s, they banned. That type of cats I don't deal with. But I'm trying to deal with them. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's my brother's opinion. I don't think that they B.A.N.
But he's laughing. He calls Israel doctrine his brother. He says that's not his opinion, but he's still chuckling and laughing at the whole Hebrew Israelite movement being called B.A.Ns or bitch ass niggas. That makes Hananiah complicit. You can try to move yourself over here and say, that's not my opinion, but listen to your laughter about it.
I say this. I think that they was repping the word wrong.
So he says, I don't think they're bitch ass niggas, but he thinks that the Hebrew Israelite movement, this is Hananiah, he thinks that they're repping God's word wrong. He's still fucked up.
And that, look, let's
all Hebrew Israelites is B.A.N. to me.
All Hebrew Israelites are B.A.Ns to me. All Hebrew Israelites, Israel doctrine says all Hebrew Israelites are B.A.Ns or bitch ass niggas. Hananiah, this is who you sitting next to. Because we're gonna get to Hananiah addressing me in just a minute, and all of this is gonna look stupid on his part.
I want y'all to know how I think and feel about it. Like I said, see, we disagreeing now. He feeling somewhat trying to recruit me and recruit me out here, but I don't want it. I kick sometimes.
Now you're going to hear Israel doctrine says he wants to mash all of his enemies. Mash means to kill all of his enemies. He wants all of his enemies like me to be dead and gone. Here we go. All of this is going to make sense in a few minutes.
Because my mindset is who my mindset is. Once again, I like to mash on my enemies. I like to mash on them. Smash them in the ground because they don't need to be above ground. You need to be below ground, 6 feet deep.
And
this is who you sit by. Now, you've heard all of that murder conversation. He wants to mash us. He believes that we should be 6 feet deep under the ground dead. He believes that all Hebrew Israelites are bitch ass niggas. He believes that all Hebrew Israelites should be mashed, should be dead, unalive, murdered, killed in the ground. Okay? This is who Hananiah sits by. Now let's go to him as he's about to speak to me and rebuke me and talk all that kumbaya. Let's sit around the campfire and hold hands, and let's all be brothers and sisters. And whether you're a Hebrew Israelite or a Christian, you still my brother or sister. Watch Hananiah in his hypocrisy talk to me. He's gonna talk to me now. After hearing that shit. A man who wants people dead and unalived in the ground. Now he addresses me. Let me get it real right. Let's go.
I was finna go on ISU.
You know what? Even dealing with this video, I was gonna say about Mr. Armani. I'm gonna say, look, man. I hope that everything you touch is blessed by the Most High if you turn to the Most High, bro. And we do love you, man. It's no hate over here because we know that we can't have hate in our heart and be of God. Now, God has that option. He got, but we don't have that option. We love you, bro. Whatever you feel about my brother, let that go, man. Be a brother. Don't and we gonna if we antagonizing you, I apologize on behalf. Man, I know sometimes things go back and forth sometimes, but if we don't put an end to it, it won't be an end put to it. So we putting an end to it, bro. If you want to hate, go ahead and keep hating on the sideline, but we gonna love you, we gonna pray for you, and we gonna hope the best for you, man, because bro, your life matters. Just like everybody who listening, their life matters. And before they out of here, if they don't get it right, man, that's something that's scary. I want to see you and everybody else, including myself, get it right. Because if it ain't, you ain't got no salvation. Your life is worth getting salvation. You don't want to go through all of this. I don't care how well you think your life is. Ain't nothing that you can get on this planet that ain't going to be better from the Most High God. Way better. You talk about man ruling right now, but when God ruling, ain't nothing compared to it. You talking about the same God who said this is love, to not do or hurt your brothers and your sisters. So he know what love, he gonna, man, when he ruling, it's gonna be beautiful. But right now, all you see is the devastation and the things that happen when people don't go and conform to what his word is. And that's devastation, problems.
Because he's an ex-Hebrew Israelite, Yahweh ben Yahweh messed up his life. But he'll tell everybody you need to be a Hebrew Israelite and everything else. See, I had to fight all that. Look, everything in my life is a fight. Ain't nothing in this world that I deal with that I don't have to go to war with. It's a war with every and anything. Friends, family, anything. Because the way I see it is the way God see it. And the world don't see it that way, and everybody else in the world.
But you said a key too earlier, Israel. See, we fight ourselves more so than the world. Why? Because we read Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 22. It says, "Ye shall not fear them, for the Lord your God, he shall fight for you." And it's not a lie. His word, and we just read how powerful his word is. So when we use his word and we use it right, it's nothing. Somebody could try, they can lie on it, they can try to come against it, but you ain't coming against me, you ain't coming against him. You coming against the word, you coming against God's word. If we teaching it right, you coming against God's word. The only thing that I want our elders to do, all of our elders, to be on the same page. Be on the same page. I'm not trying to antagonize nobody. I know my brother is working on not doing that either, because the fact is, there's a lot of people that try to attack. I sat and witnessed more than a few times where he was just being a brother and people still treated him in a way that they shouldn't have treated him. I witnessed this. I'm not, and don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to sit here and say that he can't get down. He get down. But he trying, and I've seen it. I've seen and I've witnessed that he put away stuff that before he would have brought out an AK or a Draco and sprayed the whole room up. Everybody can get it, even me. And I'm not saying it ain't like that now, but I'm saying he working on being humble. I am too. I can't sit up here and say that if somebody did, I wouldn't come and tell them, hey, let's talk outside. And if it was necessary, and then I had brain surgery. I ain't really trying to get down like that. I ain't trying to be stupid. So now, so to be honest, I really would prefer, not because I'm weak, man. I'm far from that. I can bench 3-something, man. I ain't tripping about that. I'm just saying that, man, I know what the words say, and there's power in the word, not in me. But Christ said, he said, my strength is made perfect in weakness. Who weak but man? We all weak. We need to come together in the strength of God and his word and stick to that, and iron sharpening iron, and do it out of love. Not antagonizing each other, not trying to show who's the smartest, because who the smartest the Lord is, because it said he gave the word and many be that published it. If he gave you the understanding to be able to break something down, praise the Most High. And if people don't listen, that's on them. But we all got to come in the spirit of humbleness eventually. I don't care what class you come from, ISPUK, GOCC, IOG, all of these, and I got love for all of my elders, all of my brothers and sisters. Well, I don't care you call yourself Christian, Hebrew, Israelite, whatever you call yourself, we're going to have to come together in truth and good doctrine. And if you ain't bringing the good doctrine, we're going to have to deal with that. That's what the whole thing of this is that we want to kill anything that is not of the spirit of the Most High, and that's bad doctrine. Like saying somebody telling you that your mama's in heaven, or your daddy's in heaven, or your auntie's in heaven, and you know that when Christ was resurrected, his whole body was gone, not in the casket. Still.
Okay, I let it play for 5 minutes. I want you to hear. I wanted to be in context, and so as you hear, this B.A.N, this bitch ass nigga Hananiah, talked about he don't care if you're ISUPK, IUIC, GOC, IOC. Those are Hebrew Israelite camps. Those are Hebrew Israelite movements. Those are Hebrew Israelite organizations. He says that. But he sits on a panel with a man like Struggle Doctrine who calls all those people and organizations he just mentioned, he calls all of them B.A.N.s or bitch ass niggas. He talks all of this kumbaya, ring around the campfire, kumbaya my lord, come by here, let's all unite and be one, and all of you Hebrew Israelites, you are my brothers. Yet he sits on a panel with a bitch ass nigga, with a B.A.N. himself, who calls the very people that he wants to call his brothers bitch ass niggas. This is the hypocrisy. This is the hypocrisy of Hananiah. And then he laughs, and then he chuckles and snickers when Israel Doctrine uses the B.A.N. bitch ass niggas to label those Hebrew Israelites. This is all the same video. This is the hypocrisy of Hananiah's. On one point, he says some real good shit. And then he fucks it up by just being a part of the Israel Doctrine fuck machine. If people want to teach that people die and go to heaven, that's their fucking prerogative, Hananiah. Who are you to tell people what happens beyond the fucking grave, you bitch nigga? That's where you got it wrong, Hananiah. You ain't never been dead, so you can't definitively say that when you die, you just in the ground. Stop it, my nigga. You talk sense out of one side, and then you say some stupid shit like people who teach when you die you go to heaven. That's wrong. It's not wrong because none of us know where the fuck we go when we die. But look at you, nigga. Let's go back and let's address some of the shit as he addresses me.
Dealing with this video, I was gonna say about Mr. Armani. I'm gonna say, look, man, I hope that everything you touch is blessed by the Most High if you turn to the Most High, bro.
First of all, who says I haven't turned to the Most High? You judgmental fuck. Second of all, I don't worship the God that you worship, you judgmental fuck. Third of all, I am blessed. I own my home. I got good health at 65. I got a beautiful wife whose health is good. All my children are alive and healthy. The fuck you mean if I turn to the Most High, you judgmental fuck? My life is beautiful. It's your man, Israel Doctrine, who can't wait till the 14th to get his next Social Security check. It's your man, Israel Doctrine, who's on YouTube begging for $5 cash apps. My life is fine. I got a pension, a Social Security, and I work full time. You judgmental fuck, I'm talking to you, Hananiah. I don't need to turn to your God. I don't need to turn to no God. I am doing what the God in me possessed me to do. See, you talk sense, but then you talk stupidity. I don't need to turn to your God or turn to a God or turn to God. God don't give a fuck about what I'm doing down here. He already gave me my marching papers and my orders. Go down there, subdue the earth, have dominion over it, and be fruitful and multiply. That's what I'm here to do, not to worship him. He didn't tell Adam and Eve and the first people, he didn't say, I want you niggas to pray to me and worship me and build shit to me. Niggas came along later and created all this. Let's worship the man who created us. Let's worship the force who created us. God is not vain. He doesn't need my adoration or my veneration.
And we do love you, man. It's no hate over here.
I don't know. Maybe you love me. I don't hate you. I love everybody too. I love everybody too. But you're trying to speak for Israel Doctrine and you can't, my nigga. You are a Johnny-come-lately to the beef we got going on. We're going to talk about that as we go through this. You don't even know half the shit that Israel Struggle Doctrine has said about me and my family, bitch nigga. You are no authority on why me and Israel Doctrine are feuding. You should shut the fuck up, but go ahead on.
Here, because we know that we can't have hate in our heart and be of God.
That's true. That's why I ain't got no hate in my heart. Israel Doctrine has hate in his heart. Oh, that nigga hates a lot of people. You just heard him call the whole Hebrew Israelite a bunch of bitch-ass niggas. Is that not hate? Why are you telling me this? Why are you trying to lecture me about not having hate in my heart for your nigga? You want me to love your nigga, but your nigga hates the whole Hebrew Israelite movement. Your nigga in the same video says he wishes that all of us, myself included, and all Hebrew Israelites, he wished that we were dead, killed, unalive, in the earth, 6 foot down. And you got nerve to be trying to lecture me? You hypocritical, fuck you. You didn't hear him say he wants all of his enemies mashed? Maybe you didn't hear it. 5830. Maybe you didn't hear it. You lecturing me? But you let this nigga say this to you in your face?
Once again, I like to mash on my enemies. I like to mash on them. Mash them in the ground because they don't need to be above ground. You need to be below ground, 6 feet deep.
Now, see, I understand he been warned again.
See? Your nigga over there talking about mashing people 6 feet down, unalive, and then murdering and killing people. But you on here trying to check me about how I feel about one man, and this nigga you fuck with calls a whole hundreds of thousands of people bitch ass niggas, and you want to address me? Nigga, please. Let's get back to you.
Be a brother. Don't and we gonna if we ain't touch is blessed by the Most High if you turn to the Most High, bro. And
see, judgmental as fuck. How you know I haven't turned to the Most High? How you know that? What is it about me that you think I am not facing the Most High? You judgmental fuck you. My life is blessed.
and 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 we do love you, man. It's no hate over here because we know that we can't have hate in our heart and be.
You can't have hate in your heart, but your man over there talking about putting mashing on people, unaliving people, wanting to see people 6 feet under. Who? Why are you talking to me? You ain't never heard that kind of rhetoric come from my mouth. You're a hypocrite, Hananiah.
Of God. Now God has that option. He got, but we don't have that option.
Oh yes, we do. Use a lie. We have the option to love, hate, to kill, to be nice. We have the same options of God as God. We can create life and we can end life. You're wrong, my nigga.
We love you, bro. Whatever you feel about my brother.
We love you, bro. When has Israel Doctrine ever said on camera that he loves Khalil Amani? Look at you. You a Johnny-come-lately. You a tailgater. You jumping on the bandwagon to vouch for Israel Doctrine's love for me, but that bitch nigga has never said, I love Khalil Amani. No, speak for yourself. Say you love me. Israel Doctrine has never said he loves me.
Let that go, man. Be a brother.
I got to be a brother. I got to be a brother to you and Israel Doctrine. But Israel Doctrine won't be a brother to the Hebrew Israelite movement. He called the whole Hebrew Israelite movement B.A.Ns. Is that brotherly, my nigga? Is that brotherly for Israel Doctrine to call IUIC and ISUPK and every Hebrew Israelite camp? Is that brotherly for him to call them B.A.Ns, bitch ass niggas? But you want me to be a brother to your brother. But you let your brother call the Hebrew Israelites B.A.Ns, bitch ass niggas. Niggas, you's a hypocrite. The words you have for me are the words you should be telling Israel Doctrine. Israel Doctrine will tell you in a minute Hebrew Israelites are not his brothers and sisters. But you telling me I should be a brother to your bitch ass nigga friend. But your bitch ass nigga friend just called the whole Hebrew Israelite movement bitch ass niggas and said he wants to mash on us if he had his way. He'd have us dead 6 feet under. And here you are coming along trying to preach to me some kumbaya. Shame on you, you fucking hypocrites.
Don't and we gonna if we antagonizing you, I apologize on behalf. Man,
You don't need to apologize on behalf of Israel Doctrine. You don't need to. And yes, Israel Doctrine always antagonizes me. Even in this video where you're talking, he brings up my goddamn name. He stays antagonizing me. You heard him in the same video say that he finally apologized to me about the shit he said about my dead mother. I never said a bad word about his dead mother. And you got nerve to be on here trying to tell me I should be a brother? You can't apologize for the shit this nigga has said about me and my family.
And I know sometimes things go back and forth sometimes, but if we don't put an end to it, it won't be an end put to it. So
Don't need to be an end to it. Who gives a fuck whether it stays, goes, ends, or not? I don't care. My life is just fine with a continual beef with this bitch nigga that you hold so sacrosanct.
we putting an end to it, bro. If you want to hate, go ahead and keep hating on the sideline, but we go.
No, nigga, it's not hating on the sidelines. That is a very shallow and superficial understanding of what's going on between me and Israel doctrine. Let me tell you something, bitch nigga. I'm talking to you, Hananiah. The nigga that you trying to defend. Not only did he call my mother whores and bitches and prostitutes and all kind of nasty, foul things. Not only did he try to create a narrative that I wanted to have sex with my mother when I was 10 years old, bitch nigga. See, you behind the 8 ball. Did you know that the nigga you trying to ride for thinks that my grandson is my son? Do you know that that bitch nigga that you trying to ride for, Israel Doctrine, made the false allegations that my daughter, aka my stepdaughter, is really one of my lovers, and that I impregnated my stepdaughter and my grandson is not my real grandson, but he's my biological son? Do you know that's the kind of shit that this bitch nigga been saying about me and ain't never apologized? No, nigga, you were Johnny come lately. You don't even know the half, my nigga. The half has not been told to you, my nigga. As the Queen of Sheba said when she met King Solomon, your wisdom is so great that the half has not been told. Bitch nigga Hananiah, you come along so late that the half has not been told to you about what your nigga has said about my family, nigga. Not only did he talk about my mother, he said that my grandson was my son. Not only did he talk about my grandson, he said that my grandson, that my grandson, when he was an infant, when he was 4 or 5 months old, and there's a picture of him nibbling on my big toe. He referenced that picture, my grandson innocently nibbling on my toe, as my grandson sucking my fucking penis. Nigga, you don't know what the fuck. You need to sit your black ass down and stay out of grown folk business. I'm talking to you, Hananiah. You don't know the evil shit that bitch nigga that you call your teacher has said about me. That nigga accused me of pedophilia between me and my grandson. That nigga accused me of sexing my daughter. Hananiah, sit your monkey ass down and stay out of this beef. Yes, he apologized about my mother, but what about my daughter and my grandson? He ain't apologized for that.
We're gonna love you. We're gonna pray for you, and
I don't need your prayers, bitch nigga. You can't intercede for me, bitch nigga. You are not the Pope. You are not Jesus. You are not an intercessor for prayers. Don't pray for me. Pray for world peace. Don't pray for me. Pray for the eradication of AIDS and homelessness and starvation, my nigga. This little shit that me and Israel Doctrine got, it ain't worth God's ears. It ain't worth God's attention. There's more shit in the world that should be on God's goddamn to-do list, on God's bucket list, than to worry about healing some superficial fucked up relationship between Khalil and Carl. Nah, nigga, don't pray for me. My life is fantastic. I'm gonna stop here. But I wanted to get that out. Look at at your hypocrisy, Hananiah. You want to address me about mending fences and becoming cool with Carl, with Israel doctrine. Meanwhile, in the same video, you allow the nigga to call all Hebrew Israelites bitch-ass niggas and wish that we were dead, or wish they were dead, wish they were in the ground 6 feet. You're a hypocrite, Hananiah. The words you got for me are the words you should be expressing live on air to Israel doctrine. He's the one with hate in his heart. I'm not on the sidelines hating. Whose sidelines on? You think I'm watching you niggas from the sideline? Nigga, I'm in the game of life. I'm on nobody's sideline. I'm in the game of fucking life. It ain't hating. It's called deconstruction, what you niggas out over there saying. How dare you address me, Hananiah, and you ain't addressed the bitch nigga and ask him, what did you do to Khalil Amani? What did you say about his mother and his wife and his son and his daughter and his grandson? Ask him what he said about my family before you call yourself jump in the middle of some beef and trying to tell me I need to stop hating from the sidelines. Ask that bitch nigga the things he said, the egregious, nasty things he said about me and mine, nigga. I don't give a fuck how long this war of words goes on, because I'm happy to address all you niggas. With that, I'll talk to y'all again. Peace.